good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Mark Mosley Show podcast. As we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. And joining me right now, because I know his band's going to be playing Debauchery this Saturday night here in downtown Melbourne. He is Rui Pinto, and he does a great job as the drummer and maybe one of the masterminds behind, yes, Given to Fly, the Pearl Jam experience. My man, how you doing today?
Good morning, Mark. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Was that a good enough intro, or was I, or like superstar drummer? What was I missing exactly?
It was great, and then the founding is just not. That's the only part that is not accurate. But
Okay.
I joined later.
Okay. How long have you been in the band then?
So I've been in the band for a year and a half, playing actively with the band. We were to be together and get together in South Florida after they moved from New York down here, right? So the band has existed for 10 years. And then Bob, the lead singer, moved down to South Florida. And it took about a year or two to get this formation here in South Florida. So I'm part of the new generation of Given to Fly.
Okay. Tell us about the band for the three people who don't know. What are you guys all about?
So we're about providing the fans of Pearl Jam with the best experience that they can have, short of having Pearl Jam, the real band, playing. We try to recreate the feeling, the emotion, the sound, with the lead singer being the same type of voice, and we like to reproduce the same feel and sound of Pearl Jam. So that's what we try to offer the fans, is the best, the closest thing, the best thing closest to Pearl Jam.
Okay, then we have to clarify. Like you said, the band's been around for a long time, the experience.
Yeah.
But you've only been for about a year and a half. So growing up, were you a big Pearl Jam fan? Like, did you know these songs? What was your story then?
I've got to admit that I was not a Pearl Jam fan. Grunge was not something I listened to much. So I became familiar with it as I joined the project. And I've learned to like Pearl Jam and their music. So I'm a newbie.
Okay, then. So then the follow-up question for you, Mr. Pinto, is did you have to learn to play all these songs to become part of this band?
I did. I did have to. And that was what made me really like the music, was the learning of the songs and discovering the songs and discovering the band as I was learning the songs. Matt Cameron and all the other guys that played with Pearl Jam, they all had different styles. I had to learn each of them, more complex than the others, but I learned and I got interested and enjoyed the way they play and the music.
So as a drummer, was there a song that's beyond difficult for you to do, or you're like, don't worry, I got it, we're good to go?
There are challenging songs, nothing beyond, but challenging. There are a couple of songs that are challenging, and I'm sure more to come, but nothing beyond yet.
Okay. What are some of your favorite songs that you like to play on the drums for the Pearl Jam experience?
I like to play our namesake song, for example, Given to Fly. I like to play Go, which is one of the challenging songs too. But overall, it's their range is quite extensive, and especially with this latest album, right? With songs like Wreckage and Dark Matter, they go from, they're never boring to listen to. They're interesting in their diversity of songs and styles,
Okay,
So
so if we go to the show coming up on Saturday at Debauchery, what songs, if we can give a little hint, a little tease for the people that are going, what are some of the great songs we'll be hearing in the catalog?
Okay, you'll be hearing Jeremy, you'll be hearing Alive, Why Go, Black, You'll be hearing Wreckage also, and some of side Bs too. They're great. You're gonna get a huge collection. You'll find something that you like for sure.
Okay, on Black then, which is a very long song, it is.
Yes.
At the end, as we all know, when you're doing the do that part, is there a lot of drums involved at the end of that song or no?
Yes, there is. It's actually room for kind of like soloing over it and just doing little things here and there because the song becomes and ends with this pattern, repetitive pattern, right? And so it gives a little bit to all of us, a bit of window to do things. You just little fills here and there that reinforce the voice and the feeling of the music. So there's dynamics, there's power, and then there's fills here and there. And at some point we decide, okay, enough, right? But the song it builds up to a lot of emotion in the end.
It's a great song. They're all great songs. They are.
Yeah.
So your background, how young were you when you started doing percussions? When you started doing this for, just for fun to start out?
Well, I've always had a sense of rhythm, and I actually started as a keyboard player, and I was born and raised in Europe, and that's where I started my musical career. So I did do keyboards in Portugal, Europe, and then when I moved to the States, I then knew that drums was something that I've always wanted to go for, and so a few years ago I decided to pick up on them and start there, and I just fell in love completely and decided that's my instrument for now.
I
Yeah.
love your introduction to everyone where, okay, keyboardist from Portugal who comes
Yes.
to Florida to become a drummer.
Yeah.
How does this happen?
Unexpectedly. It
Dude,
was unexpected,
it is.
honestly.
It really is. So you guys, again, you are going to be there coming up downtown Melbourne on Saturday night there at Debauchery. But then, like, we'll have the holidays. And then if you go to the guy's website, and it's a great website to check out for more information on tour dates, you guys
Thank you.
all throughout Florida. You're going to the Keys for a couple
Yep.
dates. Dude, how exciting is it, to have all these dates set, and you're going to be touring all around Florida?
It's great. It's just fun to look at the schedule and looking forward to the next weekend to go and play. And it's wonderful to play for people who want to listen to you, right? Who actually pay to go see and then get the feedback from people. So we do have a lot of scheduled gigs. You should check them out. Giventoflytribute.com. So we're in Debauchery this Saturday, like you said, December 6th. The doors open at 6, and we're going to do music from 7 to 9:30. It's a little extended gig, not the usual gig we do. So we'll have a little break in between, and we're going to offer a little bit more music than we normally do. We do normally do a 90-minute show. This is going to be a little extended.
Nice,
So,
dude. That is awesome. Do you get that rush every time you guys are about to play? Every time? You love it? Yeah.
Love it. It is great. It is great.
It's kind of that feeling I try to explain to people when you perform. Even if, look, music, you're in the theater, movies, radio, TV, does it, podcasting. There's this part where it's this rush. And then when it's over, all you think about is, when am I going to go do that again? And it's in the movie. Is that how you feel?
Yeah. Sometimes we end and we go, we want more.
You want more?
Yeah. Sometimes I would say probably every time. Just let's play a little bit more. But
do you have a pregame? I always call it like it's sports. Do you have a pregame meal routine? Do you take a nap? What do you do exactly?
Everybody has their own thing. Some like to be quiet and kind of meditate and just chill for a little bit. I don't have a routine. I get a little active and I chat a lot and I engage with the band and we have fun and then we prepare ourselves to go on stage in a good mood. We go on always in a good mood. So, but yeah, everybody has their own thing.
Before I let you go, why should we come to the show on Saturday, buddy?
Oh, because it really is the Pearl Jam experience. You are going to listen to Pearl Jam, but not with a real Pearl Jam musicians. But it's going to be the closest thing to it, and we love playing it, and we love it, and we love seeing the fans. So it's all going to be a great experience.
And like you said, it's going to be a longer set than usual for people here
And
from
that,
yeah.
that's right. So you're going to get us from 2 to 9:30 with a little break in between. So you're going to get all of our songs. You're going to hear all of the songs that we have at Pearl Jam.
The band is given to fly the Pearl Jam experience. Again, Saturday night at Debauchery. Doors open at 6, 7 to 9:30. They'll be playing. Ruri, thank you so much for coming on. Good luck with everything. And hey, have a great holidays with your family. All
Thank
right.
you very much. You too, Mark.